There is a truth that most people spend their entire lives avoiding, not because it is impossible to understand, but because accepting it would require them to question everything they believe about themselves. The mind naturally seeks comfort, even when that comfort is built on illusion. Sometimes the greatest obstacle to growth is not ignorance, but the refusal to look beneath the surface. From an early age, you begin constructing an explanation of who you are. Every experience, every opinion, and every emotional wound becomes another piece of that explanation. Eventually, the story feels so complete that it is mistaken for reality. Yet a story repeated often enough does not automatically become the truth. The subconscious mind is designed to protect stability. Once it accepts a belief about your identity, it begins searching for evidence to confirm it. Anything that challenges that belief is often ignored or dismissed. This is why people can remain trapped inside the same emotional patterns for years without recognizing what is happening. The truth you avoid is rarely something external. More often, it is an uncomfortable realization about yourself. It may be recognizing that fear has influenced more decisions than confidence. It may be admitting that many of your goals were chosen to gain approval rather than genuine fulfillment. Avoidance is not always obvious. It does not only appear through denial. Sometimes it appears as constant distraction, endless work, continuous entertainment, the need to stay busy every moment of the day. Anything that prevents silence also prevents certain truths from reaching conscious awareness. Silence can feel uncomfortable because it removes distraction. When external noise disappears, internal patterns become easier to notice. Thoughts you have ignored begin returning. Emotions you postponed begin asking for attention. This is why many people fear stillness without fully understanding the reason. Psychology teaches that what remains unconscious continues influencing behavior. A hidden belief does not lose its power simply because it is unseen. In many cases, it becomes even more influential because it operates without being questioned. Awareness is what transforms unconscious influence into conscious choice. Many people believe they know themselves because they know their habits. They know what they like, what they dislike, and how they usually react. But habits are not the same as identity. Automatic behavior can exist for decades without reflecting who someone truly is beneath conditioning. Facing the truth does not mean judging yourself. It means becoming curious enough to ask deeper questions. Why do certain situations trigger fear? Why do certain opinions matter so much? Why do familiar patterns continue repeating despite the desire for change? These questions open the door to genuine understanding. The moment you stop defending the identity you have always believed in, something remarkable begins to happen. Instead of protecting old stories, the mind becomes capable of exploring new possibilities. That shift does not change reality overnight, but it changes the way reality is experienced from within. One of the hardest truths to accept is that the life you experience is filtered through your perception, rather than reality itself. Two people can face the same event and leave with completely different conclusions. The difference is not the event. The difference is the subconscious meaning each mind assigns to it. Over time, those meanings become beliefs, and beliefs begin shaping identity. Without realizing it, people stop responding to the present moment and start responding to interpretations created years earlier. The past quietly becomes the lens through which every new experience is evaluated. This is why personal transformation rarely begins with changing external circumstances. A new environment may create temporary relief, but lasting change requires examining the internal patterns that continue recreating familiar experiences. Wherever the mind goes, its unconscious beliefs usually follow. Many of the limits people accept are not physical limitations. They are psychological boundaries created through repetition. After hearing the same message often enough, the brain stops questioning it. What began as an opinion gradually becomes something that feels like an unquestionable fact. The truth you have been avoiding may simply be this: you are not reacting to life as it is today. You are reacting to memories, expectations, fears, and conclusions that were formed long ago. Until those patterns become visible, they continue directing your choices without asking for permission. Awareness creates distance between you and your automatic reactions. Instead of immediately believing every thought, you begin observing it. Instead of identifying with every emotion, you become curious about its origin. That small shift changes the relationship you have with your own mind. As observation becomes stronger, certainty begins to weaken. Ideas that once felt permanent become open to investigation. Old definitions of success, failure, love, and identity start revealing themselves as perspectives rather than absolute truths. This is where genuine freedom begins. Many people fear discovering the truth because they believe it will destroy who they are. In reality, it often does the opposite. It removes what was never authentic, allowing something far more stable to emerge. Authenticity is not created through effort. It is revealed through awareness. Every moment of honest self-reflection weakens the influence of unconscious conditioning. The patterns may not disappear immediately, but they become easier to recognize. Once a pattern is seen clearly, repeating it unconsciously becomes far more difficult. Awareness changes the direction before behavior changes completely. Perhaps the truth you have been avoiding has never been hidden from you. Perhaps it has been appearing repeatedly through the same emotions, the same relationships, and the same recurring situations. The question is not whether life has been showing you the truth. The question is whether you are finally ready to see it. The moment you stop running from uncomfortable questions, your relationship with yourself begins to change. Instead of protecting an identity built by fear, you begin discovering a deeper foundation built on awareness. Truth does not arrive to punish you. It arrives to free you from patterns that no longer reflect who you are capable of becoming. Real transformation rarely happens in dramatic moments. More often, it begins with quiet observations repeated over time. You notice a reaction that no longer makes sense. You recognize a belief that no longer feels true. You question a habit that has guided your decisions for years. These small moments gradually reshape your entire perspective. The mind often believes certainty creates safety. Yet certainty can become a prison when it is built on false assumptions. Remaining loyal to an outdated identity may feel comfortable, but comfort is not always a sign of truth. Sometimes the greatest act of courage is allowing yourself to outgrow the person you thought you had to remain. Perhaps the truth you have been avoiding is not something frightening at all. Perhaps it is the realization that you have always possessed more strength, more clarity, and more potential than you allowed yourself to believe. The limits you accepted may have belonged to an older version of you, not to the person you are becoming today. If this exploration made you see yourself from a different perspective, subscribe to the Divine Woman Studio for more videos on psychology, the subconscious mind, consciousness, identity, and personal transformation. And if you are ready to begin your own journey beyond unconscious patterns, explore my premium protocol through the link in the description. Sometimes the life you are searching for begins with the truth you finally choose to face.